Today is Good News Day, and the good news is that happiness is a virus. Well, okay, it might not be a virus, but it is contagious, and that is a scientific fact. There's a lot of statistics about how happiness can lead to action. The happier you are, the more you're willing to think about giving back to your community. It's estimated that nearly 90% of all media news is negative. Unfortunately, we're unconsciously drawn to negative press. Words like war, bomb, harm, ugly get a faster response than words like baby, smile, or fun. We're able to recognize negative words faster than positive words. But it's not doing us any favors. Doom scrolling can lead to anxiety, depression, mood changes, and acute stress reactions. You might be looking me right in the eyes and saying, Matthew, what does this have to do with the environment? Well, uplifting news induces positive emotions, makes people believe in the goodness of humanity, and makes them act more altruistically. And the earth really needs more good deeds. So let's speak to someone who knows how to find the good in the news and how to spread good stories. Zufi Emerson is an actor, a writer, and a content creator. She's an ambassador for Adopt Change, Future Women, and WeAre8, which is a unique platform for change. Hi Zufi. So, tell me all about WeAre8.
WeAre8 is a carbon-neutral social media app and focuses on content that makes you feel good and the banned hate speech. It's positive, it's inspiring and encouraging content, and it pushes toward environmental and social change.
So personally, how do you interact with social media? What sort of stuff would you share?
I follow accounts that make me feel better, and I try and learn from them, and I only really reshare proactive information. And so world news stories, like good eco news stories, are things I try and fill my feed with.
It's not like I go looking for negative content, but somehow it still seems to find me. Could you tell me how I could make my feed more positive?
You do get to control what is in your feed. I wouldn't be afraid to unfollow accounts that don't make you feel great, or keeping your own post true to you.
Okay, so then what should I keep in mind when I'm on social media or sharing content?
Look, I think fake news can be really destructive on social media, especially because the majority of us, social media is where we get our news from. Social media's got two parts, right? So on the one hand, we've got the social side where it's instantaneous and we're connected to the globe at the click of a finger. And the other hand, we have the media side, where it's not only commentary on these stories, but we watch them break, and often live. And that's the first time this has happened, and it's happening in our feeds. So this is detrimental, I think, when individual opinions are mistaken for the fact, and that's what creates the fake news on social media. For example, when we look at Greta Thunberg's school strikes, often the headlines read, skipping school, like she was taking a gap year, not like she was a teen who was genuinely concerned about her future. So we should all start thinking about the content that is proactive and positive, because it can really make a big difference.
So you're saying staying informed is an important contribution, but I can stay informed through positive stories, right? It doesn't have to be doom and gloom all the time. Sharing things like positive environmental stories or even just cute animal pictures can make us happy and then motivate us to help the environment.
Our social media really needs to be thought of like the food that we consume. If your digital diet is making you sad and tired, then maybe consider what you're feeding your brain, because good news can fuel us with the knowledge and the energy to really go out and make a difference. This is our contribution, I think, to ourselves, our friends, and our planet.
Well, thanks, Zufi.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Think about what you share with your friends and family. Do you spread positive news, or do you just find yourself in more of a negative space? I know it seems all doom and gloom, but there are positive things happening. I mean, with climate change, there's so many innovations, so many awesome ideas. So at the end of all this, what do I want you to do? Find a positive piece of environmental news and share it. Like this: scientists have used algae to power a computer for over a year. How? Magic. You can use the hashtag #StopTwenty30 or EnviroGoodNews.